So, you want to learn how to create these liquid explosion effects. My name is MNRTMO, but you can call me Tom, probably a bit easier than remembering MNRTMO. I'm a fellow editor sharing everything I've learned because when I was starting out, tutorials like these really helped me elevate my edits properly. I also run my own shop with digital assets that will speed up your editing process and make your life a lot easier as an editor. But anyways, welcome back to another tutorial. I appreciate all the love and support. You guys are killing it. We're growing fast, which means I'm helping more of you guys out, and that means a lot to me. Okay, I'm done talking. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you how to make this effect. So I got my clip inside of After Effects right here, and the first thing I'm going to do is just duplicate it and rename the top layer ROTO. And selecting the top layer, make sure you're selected on it. You're going to click Options W and just begin roto brushing out your subject. And once your roto brush is looking pretty clean, what you want to do is come over here and click freeze and just make sure everything is tracking. And I'm going to put you guys on some free sauce right here. As you guys can see, the rotoscope looks looks absolutely terrible, but if I were to add this effect called a refined soft matte, as you guys can see, it just cleaned everything up. This effect is just a game changer. This is literally free sauce at this point. But anyways, we're going to come right here to the background layer and we're going to add an effect called CC lens, and we're going to make the size about like 110. And now the next effect that we're going to add to this is a CC Mr. Mercury. So for these next steps, you want to follow along pretty carefully because this is pretty much the whole baseline of the effect. So first of all, inside of CC Mr. Mercury, you want to go to the animation and make it fractal explosive. You want to up the velocity a ton to something maybe like 2.8 and increase the birth rate as well. As you guys can see, it just adds a bunch more particles to the image. Something like 3 is good. You can play around with the gravity if you like. I think I'm just going to leave it maybe like something like this, 0.8, and that is pretty much it for this first part right here. And what you want to do with the CC Mr. Mercury, once that is finished, you want to throw it on top of the CC lens. So now we're getting this kind of effect going on, and you can even just tweak it a bit more if you want to get like a specific kind of look, like something like this. Increase the birth rate to like, yeah, let's try 9. Looks cool. So now we're going to be getting this sort of effect. This warp looks insane. We're already getting a pretty good baseline for everything. And now what we're going to do is add a turbulent displace to this. So it's going to distort the image like this. And what you can do with the turbulent displace is just throw it on top of the CC Mr. Mercury right there. And we're going to crank up the amount to a crazy number like 900 and just play with the size of everything. I think something like this is good. 900 for the amount and 71 for the size. That looks pretty cool. And now what we're going to do is throw in a CC Blobalize, and we're going to put that on top of everything just like that. And we're going to play around with the softness. We're just going to bring that down a bit and bring down the cutaway to something like 22. So now we're getting kind of like this black background and stuff going on, which looks pretty cool. And now we're going to add a displacement map to this, and this is pretty much it for the whole effect itself. And now I'm going to show you guys how to customize everything. So we're just going to play around with the displacement map a tiny bit. We're just going to come right here, keyframe this, and go a couple frames ahead and just crank that up and play with the different values on this, and just come right here and reset everything. So now we have this like crazy liquid warp effect going on. It's moving a ton. Looks really sick, but it looks super boring. There's no like glowing effects going on. It looks kind of trash. So we're going to add some glow effects and some hue and saturation to just throw everything together. And you can use a deep glow for this if you guys like, but for this effect, I'm just going to use a regular glow. So I'm just going to throw on glow, and I'm going to put that right above CC lens. And I think I want to go for like a sort of a greenish glow in the beginning. So I'm going to come right here to the color A, and I'm going to make that lime green. Same with the color B. I'm just going to select this little eyedropper tool right here and just come right above color A and just get the same color. And we're going to come right here to glow colors, original colors, and make it A and B colors. So now as you guys can see, if I were to decrease the threshold, we're getting this glow effect. So let's just play with the radius. It's maybe something like this. The intensity, we can bring that a bit up and just bring down actually the glow threshold. So now we're going to get this kind of effect, which looks already so much cooler. And now we're just going to play with like a color shuffle kind of thing, just shuffle through some colors, and we're going to be using a hue and saturation to be doing that. So right here inside of the hue and saturation, the first thing we're going to do is come right to the beginning and keyframe the channel range. And I'm going to go a couple frames ahead. Really depends on how many frames you guys want this color shuffle to last, but for me, I'm just going to make it last throughout the entire clip. So I'm just going to come all the way to the end, or right there where everything ends, and I'm just going to move this a ton. Let me crank it up and let's see how that looks. So yeah, we're getting this really cool shuffle effect. It's a bit too fast, so I'm just gonna bring down that keyframe to like 155 degrees, which looks like this. Looks insane, guys, and that is pretty much it. That is how you recreate this liquid warp effect in just a couple of steps. If you guys paid attention and followed the steps properly, you should have the exact same effect as I do. Alright, that's it for this one, but real quick, I need your guys' opinion. Are y'all messing with the new intro, or should I keep it simple for the tutorials, like not really doing all these VFX, zooms, text, pop-ups, etc.? Let me know in the comments what y'all think. And yo, if you're still watching and you're not subscribed, yo, what are you doing? Hit that button, turn on the bell. You already know, bro, we're dropping 2 tutorials per week. Also, if you want to see more behind the scenes, see my projects, or just interact with me in general, I'm on Instagram at MNRTMO. So go show your boy some love, and we're out. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.